Those moments are very, they're very defining. I think if I would say to my younger self, do not be defined by those moments that happen to you in that exam or that classroom, because they are lifelong learnings, they are lessons that you carry with you, and they build you up to be who you are.
Princess Beatrice's passion for raising awareness about dyslexia stems from her own experience growing up with the condition. She has spoken openly about the struggles she faced in school, revealing that she often felt left behind as her classmates progressed at a quicker pace.
The reason why I am so passionate about dyslexia is because of being a dyslexic person myself. I feel like I really understand that we have a responsibility to change the narrative around what we are delivering to young people in the classroom.
It's really exciting. We've got so much UK talent. It's so wonderful they can come to, can be honoured in such a way, and we can, notice big stars like Stella McCartney. She's had such a fantastic year with what she did with Team GB. I think it's been such a great year for Britain on the whole, but it's even a better year for British fashion.
These feelings of inadequacy were a constant presence, and she vividly recalls how difficult it was to be surrounded by friends who seemed to grasp things so easily while she wrestled with the material.
I know we're not together in person, but I want to thank each and every single one of you for being involved in this incredible prize. To all the writers and illustrators, thank you for building this world of wonder for young people to be able to jump into.
The challenges in the classroom were particularly poignant when she compared herself to her peers. The colored books in her school, which indicated reading levels, served as a daily reminder that she wasn't progressing as fast as the others. While her best friends moved on to more advanced levels, she remained on the lower ones, which naturally led to feelings of doubt and insecurity.
I think because there's so much talent here, and I think that so much. We saw tonight how many people are coming from St Martin's, and there's so much youth talent, and I think that's what makes the UK stand apart. And I think that should be nurtured, and I think that it makes the UK reflect well on us as a whole. I'm wearing Erdem this evening. What I love about him is that he, designs really well. He designs really well for women, and he does quite, uses a lot of lace and very feminine cuts, and I think it works well for me.
It's a common experience for many children with dyslexia, watching others soar while feeling like you're stuck, unable to keep up. But Beatrice's story doesn't end with those struggles. She has reflected on how those difficult moments in school shaped her into the person she is today.
I was very lucky, got to go to a school that was very nurturing and very supportive. But I would describe the actual day-to-day learning side of things very challenging. I remember we had different coloured books to describe how far where your reading levels had got to. And I was always on the white books. My best friends were always on the yellow books or the green books. They were so far ahead. And I think at that stage, those moments of doubt just pop into your head. I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not, why am I not like the others? I think when you're in the classroom...
It's clear that her experiences helped her develop resilience and strength. Instead of letting those challenges define her, she learned to view them as lessons. Those moments of doubt became stepping stones toward a deeper understanding of herself, and she now advocates for others to adopt a similar perspective. Her message is clear. Don't let difficult academic moments define your worth, as these are only part of your lifelong journey.
One of the first things I learned in the workplace was to find great people that you look up to. I think some of the things that women struggle with the most is identifying role models and people that you want to aspire to, whether that's their professional life or finding the right balance. I think be brave, be bold, asking for advice. People love to support young talent.
I think that education now, when you've got a lot of young people that are focusing on just getting things perfect for a test and absolutely not being able to have that moment of expression that comes from a study around lifelong learning, and actually what skills-based learning really looks like, we are going to get into ourselves in a very difficult situation. So I'm really excited with all the work that's going on now with a few different organizations across the world to really think through what is skills-based learning and what are the skills that young people need to be able to thrive in life.
For Beatrice, the importance of shifting the narrative around education is crucial. She believes that the current system, with its emphasis on getting things perfect for a test, doesn't allow for the full expression of a student's abilities. Young people, she argues, need to be taught in a way that prepares them for life, not just for exams. Education should be about skills-based learning.
I felt so lucky I've had a chance to read the books on the shortlist, so thank you to each and every single one of you for all of your hard work. This year was an unprecedented year with so many remarkable entries. The judges made the decision to extend the shortlist from 5 to 6. Without further ado, I would like to announce the names who have made it to the Oscars Book Prize shortlist 2020. I would like to commend Jordan Poskett and Alex Wilmore for The Runaway Pea, published by Simon & Schuster, Carl Newson and Ross Collins for I Am a Tiger, published by Macmillan Children's Books, Daisy Hurst for Alphonse, There's Mud on the Ceiling, published by Walter Books. I'd like to commend Benji Davis for Tad, published by HarperCollins.
Focusing on developing tools that help students thrive in the real world. Her vision is one where education is reimagined to better support every student, particularly those who, like her, struggle with traditional methods of teaching.
I think technology plays a really important role. Tech-enabled learning and what we can achieve with that, what we can do for multiple classrooms across the world, taking through the centres of excellence and being able to connect people, being able to tell a very different story, delivering homework help and support and online tutoring. These are great assets and great tools for young people. So I really see the work that we're doing, raising awareness around dyslexia, as a true pillar to stand up the concept of reimagining education.
I've had quite a diverse career, everything from finance to charity to now working for a technology company. I think it was all about looking to what skills I wanted to bring to each of those different industries. What I've learned the most is looking at how you can diversify, how you can be agile, and how you can really find the best way to communicate across a lot of different industries.
Because so many young people now are going to be faced with some of the biggest moral and ethical decisions, you really want to make sure they have every tool for success. One of the reasons why I think it's a great time to be dyslexic now is because that narrative is starting to change. I think employers are very aware that they do have to rely on a different set of skill sets. I'm very lucky I've been able to find a job that relies on my communication skills a lot more than it is me sitting behind a desk. A lot of my colleagues also have dyslexia.
Beatrice is excited about the possibilities that technology offers in transforming education. With tech-enabled learning, classrooms around the world can be connected, providing more opportunities for students to receive the support they need.
Take the time to back yourself. You've worked hard, you've got that job, you deserve it. You deserve that seat at the table. So I would say to any young person, back yourself first, ask for advice, because there are so many people that have traveled the same path that you're trying to travel.
Because we work in a technology company that is always about looking at things differently, and I think that's one of the strengths that we have as dyslexics, is to look at things differently and be a problem solver, find new ways to do things, be experimental, entrepreneurial. Dyslexia really does affect me day to day. It develops as you develop. It's part of you. It's part of how your brain develops. It is not something that is wrong with you. It is a great part of how your brain works, and everybody's brain works incredibly differently. There is nothing wrong. there is just everything that is so right.
I'd love to see this appreciation for second lives and what that brings to your work and what that contributes to your community at work. I think companies nowadays are really building on that sense of community. So to be able to kind of bring that in, find the balance in how you are as a professional, but also how you are with your family or with your pets or with your charity work or with anything else that you have going on alongside of it. You can also share that in your community.
Online resources, homework help, and tutoring are just a few of the tools that can make a significant difference in a student's academic journey. In her view, these tools are vital for young people today, especially as they face increasingly complex challenges in the world. In a poignant moment that tugs at the heartstrings, Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, shared a deeply emotional embrace with a young girl in a touching act of compassion. This story, both heartwarming and heart-wrenching, unfolds as we explore the powerful reason behind this heartfelt gesture, a reason that is bound to move you to tears. Join us as we delve into this extraordinary act of kindness and the profound impact it had on both the young girl and those who witnessed it. This is a story of empathy, connection, and the remarkable ways in which simple gestures can leave an enduring legacy.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery. It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who have taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous.
Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, is renowned not only for her role within the British royal family, but also for her profound ability to connect with the public. Over the years, she has established herself as a figure of warmth, empathy, and genuine engagement, embodying qualities that endear her to people across the United Kingdom and around the world. Her interactions with individuals, her dedication to charitable causes, and the reciprocal affection she receives from the public reflect the depth of her character and the positive impact she has made. From the outset of her public life, Kate Middleton has been recognized for her exceptional ability to interact with people on a personal level. Her approachability and warmth have become defining features of her public persona. Whether she is attending formal events, visiting community centers, or participating in royal tours, Kate's demeanor exudes a genuine interest in the well-being of those she meets. This authentic connection has played a significant role in shaping her reputation as a beloved figure. One of the most striking aspects of Kate's public engagements is her attentiveness. During her appearances, she demonstrates a remarkable capacity for listening and understanding. This attentiveness is not merely a formality. It reflects a deep-seated commitment to engaging with individuals and addressing their concerns. People often leave interactions with Kate feeling valued and heard, a testament to her ability to connect on a meaningful level. Kate's conversations with the public are characterized by a sense of genuine interest and empathy. She takes the time to engage in heartfelt discussions, showing a sincere desire to understand the experiences and challenges faced by those she meets. This level of engagement goes beyond superficial pleasantries and highlights Kate's dedication to making a real connection with individuals. Her interactions often involve discussing personal journeys, community issues, or simply sharing light moments. Kate's approachability is evident in the way she listens, responds, and interacts, creating a sense of rapport that resonates with people. This ability to connect on a personal level has endeared her to many, making her a cherished figure in the public eye. Kate Middleton's commitment to public service is also reflected in her involvement with various charitable causes. Her work with organizations such as Place2BE, which provides mental health support to children, and the Heads Together campaign, which aims to address mental health stigma, demonstrates her dedication to making a positive impact. Through her charitable efforts, Kate has used her platform to raise awareness about important issues and contribute to meaningful change.
My work has always brought me a deep sense of joy, and I look forward to being back when I'm able. But for now, I must focus on making a full recovery. At this time, I'm also thinking of all those whose lives have been affected by cancer. For everyone facing this disease, in whatever form, please do not lose faith or hope. You are not alone.
One of the most impactful aspects of Kate's charitable work is her ability to bring attention to causes in a compassionate and relatable manner. By actively participating in events, sharing personal stories, and advocating for change, she has helped shine a spotlight on issues that might otherwise receive less attention. Her involvement goes beyond mere appearances. She engages deeply with the organizations she supports, working to understand their needs and contribute to their success. Kate's popularity and the affection she receives from the public are a reflection of the positive impact she has made. People appreciate her genuine nature, her dedication to service, and her ability to connect with them on a personal level. The warmth she exudes during public engagements creates a sense of trust and admiration, making her a beloved figure in the eyes of many. Her public appearances often include moments of genuine interaction that highlight her approachability. Whether it's sharing a laugh with a child, engaging in a heartfelt conversation with a community member, or participating in activities that connect her with the people she meets, Kate's demeanor is consistently warm and welcoming. These interactions are captured in photographs and videos, which further reinforce her reputation as a relatable and caring individual. Kate Middleton's role as a mother has also contributed to her public image. Her approach to parenting, characterized by warmth and openness, resonates with many people. The way she balances her royal duties with family life is seen as both admirable and relatable. Public appearances involving her children often reflect the same genuine care and affection that she shows to others, adding another layer of relatability to her persona. Her involvement in community activities further underscores her dedication to connecting with the public. During visits to schools, hospitals, and community centers, Kate engages with individuals and groups, demonstrating a genuine interest in their experiences and contributions. Her interactions are often characterized by a sense of respect and understanding, acknowledging the unique challenges and successes of those she meets. In addition to her personal interactions, Kate's involvement with charitable organizations highlights her dedication to addressing social issues. Her work with mental health initiatives, children's welfare, and early childhood development reflects a commitment to making a positive difference in society. Through her advocacy and participation, Kate has helped to bring attention to important causes and support organizations that are making a real impact. Kate Middleton's ability to connect with people from various backgrounds and experiences is another testament to her exceptional interpersonal skills. Whether she is meeting with veterans, engaging with young students, or participating in activities with individuals facing challenging circumstances, Kate's interactions are characterized by empathy and understanding. This ability to relate to people from all walks of life contributes to the widespread affection she receives. The positive response to Kate's public engagements is not solely about her personal charm, but also about the values she represents. Her dedication to service, her commitment to charitable causes, and her genuine care for others. embody qualities that many people hold in high regard. She has become a symbol of compassion and connection, qualities that resonate deeply with the public. As we wrap up this insightful conversation, it's clear that Kate Middleton's dedication to her role as the Duchess of Cambridge goes far beyond the ceremonial and the superficial. Her genuine passion for engaging with the public, her commitment to charitable causes, and her heartfelt approach to her responsibilities demonstrate a deep sense of empathy and purpose. Kate's ability to connect with individuals on a personal level is a testament to her remarkable character and the impact she strives to make in the world. Throughout the interview, Kate has shared personal anecdotes and reflections that highlight her genuine commitment to service. Her involvement with mental health initiatives and children's welfare is not merely a matter of fulfilling royal duties. In a surprising moment that has reignited discussions about the inner workings of the British royal family, Princess Kate recently made headlines when she appeared to refuse to curtsy to Queen Camilla during a high-profile public event. The incident, caught on camera, has led to widespread speculation about possible tensions between the two royal figures. As protocol usually requires the Princess of Wales to show deference to the Queen Consort with a curtsy, Kate's decision to bypass this traditional gesture has been viewed by some as a pointed act of defiance, possibly reflecting underlying discord within the royal household. This moment, though brief, has added a new layer to the ongoing narrative surrounding the dynamics and relationships among the senior members of the monarchy.
What's it really like inside Buckingham Palace? For Princess Anne, the experience was not always as glamorous as it seems. While the palace represents royal grandeur, for Anne, it was often a place of tension, loneliness, and frustration. In her recent emotional farewell, she offered a rare glimpse into her life behind the palace walls, shattering the illusion of royal perfection. What she revealed about her time there might surprise you, and it's not the fairy tale life that the world imagines. Anne's perspective provides a new understanding of what it means to live under the shadow of the monarchy, offering a candid look at the struggles that many royals face but seldom speak about. Anne didn't hold back in her reflections, revealing that the life of luxury associated with Buckingham Palace often came at the cost of personal freedom. The pressure of being a royal meant constantly living under the public's microscope, and Anne spoke about the personal toll this took. She explained how, despite being surrounded by wealth and privilege, there was always an emotional void. Anne's decision to leave the palace is a powerful statement about the complexities of royal life that go beyond public perception. It's easy to look at the grandeur of Buckingham Palace and imagine a life of ease, but Anne's experience was filled with sacrifices and struggles that few could understand. What Anne's farewell makes clear is that being a member of the royal family often means being trapped in a gilded cage. The expectations placed on royals to maintain a perfect image are immense, and for Anne, it became unbearable. She admitted that while the palace offered the finest things in life, it also demanded much more than she was willing to give. Her words shed light on the emotional toll of being royalty, where duty and public image often take precedence over personal happiness. Was Princess Anne finally breaking free from this cycle? Or was she simply reclaiming her voice after years of being silenced by tradition? Anne's candid reflections have sent shockwaves through the royal world, as they challenge the widely held belief that the palace life is one of ease and indulgence. She revealed a side of her life that few outsiders had ever known. It wasn't just about leaving Buckingham Palace, it was about taking back control over her own life and identity. The public has long been fascinated by the royal family's carefully crafted image, but Anne's openness has shattered that image, exposing the deep personal cost of being part of one of the world's most famous families. So what does this mean for the future of the royal family? Anne's words have created a ripple effect, prompting many to reconsider their views on the monarchy. Could this be the first step toward change within the royal family? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: Princess Anne's story will never be the same again. Secret struggles at Buckingham Palace revealed. Princess Anne's farewell to Buckingham Palace wasn't just a goodbye. It was an admission of the secret struggles she faced living within its walls. For decades, the public viewed Anne as the steady, unflappable royal, never one to show weakness or vulnerability. But in her emotional speech, Anne peeled back the curtain and revealed what life inside the palace really cost her. Behind the polished image of a dutiful royal was a woman who felt confined, isolated, and constantly under pressure. What led Anne to finally expose these deeply personal struggles? And what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? In her farewell speech, Anne admitted that the pressures of royal life often made her feel as though she was living in a bubble. While Buckingham Palace is a symbol of tradition and history, it also came with its own set of challenges. Anne revealed that, despite the beauty and prestige of the palace, she often felt trapped by the expectations placed upon her. It was as though the weight of royal duty was constantly bearing down on her, leaving little room for personal growth or happiness. The isolation Anne felt within the palace walls was palpable, and for the first time, she allowed the world to see this vulnerable side of her. What was most shocking about Anne's revelation was how much she had sacrificed over the years. While the public saw her as the strong, reliable royal, Anne's internal battle was one of emotional strain and exhaustion. She spoke openly about the loneliness she faced, despite being surrounded by family and staff. Buckingham Palace, which was supposed to be her home, often felt more like a prison. In revealing this, Anne shattered the perception that royals have everything they could ever want. Her truth opens up a new conversation about the hidden emotional toll of being a royal. Anne's emotional speech also highlighted the immense pressure that comes with being part of the royal family. She shared that the constant scrutiny, the public's expectations, and the need to maintain a perfect image were all-consuming. But despite all of this, Anne confessed that there was a part of her that always longed for a simpler life, one where she could live without the weight of the monarchy hanging over her. Anne's farewell was a deeply personal reflection on the sacrifices she had made and the toll it had taken on her over the years. In sharing her struggles, Princess Anne has opened the door to a deeper understanding of what it means to live as a member of the royal family. Her decision to finally speak out is a courageous step that may inspire others within the monarchy to also share their truths. What will this mean for the future of the royal family? Only time will tell, but Princess Anne's revelations have already begun to shift the conversation in ways no one could have anticipated. Why could this change royal history? Princess Anne's decision to leave Buckingham Palace is one that will undoubtedly echo through royal history. But why did she make this unprecedented move? And what does it mean for the monarchy's future? In her farewell speech, Anne made it clear that her decision wasn't just about seeking peace. It was about challenging the very structure of the monarchy itself. For the first time in history, a royal of Princess Anne's stature is questioning the monarchy's traditional values and its grip on her life. This bombshell announcement could reshape the future of the royal family in ways that no one expected. Princess Anne's departure is far from a simple exit. It's a symbolic act of defiance. For decades, the monarchy has been built on a foundation of tradition, duty, and control. But Anne's decision suggests that the royals may not be as invincible as they once seemed. Anne's words struck a nerve, as they called into question the very system that has governed the royal family for centuries. Could this be the beginning of a larger movement within the monarchy to modernize and adapt to the changing times? If Princess Anne's exit is any indication, the royal family might soon face an existential crisis that could force it to evolve or risk losing its relevance. The implications of Anne's decision are far-reaching. For years, the royal family has been seen as an institution that is above reproach. But Anne's bold farewell shows that even the most stalwart members of the royal household can feel the weight of tradition and the burden of duty. What does this mean for the future of the monarchy? Could we see more royals speaking out or stepping away from their royal roles in the future? Princess Anne's farewell has opened the floodgates for a larger conversation about the role of the monarchy in modern society. As the world digests Anne's shocking announcement, it's clear that the monarchy is at a crossroads. Will Princess Anne's decision to leave Buckingham Palace inspire a new era for the royal family, one that embraces change and transparency? Or will it serve as a reminder of the challenges and struggles that even royals face when living in the public eye? Only time will reveal what comes next, but one thing is certain. Princess Anne's decision will forever alter the course of royal history. The Hidden Princess. Anne's emotional departure from Buckingham Palace has sent shockwaves through the royal family. But behind her heartfelt farewell lies a hidden truth that the public has never known. Until now. Anne's decision wasn't just about leaving a building, it was about leaving behind a system that had long dictated her life. Her words uncovered the raw emotions that have been building for years, offering an inside look into what life inside Buckingham Palace is really like. Was Anne's decision driven by personal dissatisfaction, or was there something more at play? This shocking revelation challenges everything we thought we knew about royal life. In her speech, Anne confessed that her decision to leave was a long time coming. Despite being a respected member of the royal family, she had always felt like an outsider in her own home. Buckingham Palace, despite its grandeur, had become a place where Anne felt increasingly isolated and disconnected. Her words hinted that the palace had long been a symbol of duty and sacrifice, but not of personal happiness. Could it be that Anne's emotional departure is a statement against the monarchy's rigid structure? If so, what does this mean for other royals who may feel similarly trapped by tradition? Anne's farewell marks a turning point in how we view the royal family's internal dynamics. While the world may have thought of Anne as the dutiful royal who followed the rules, her words have shown us a woman who is ready to break free from the expectations placed upon her. This is not just a story about a royal departure, it's a story about reclaiming one's life and identity in the face of overwhelming pressure. As Princess Anne steps away from Buckingham Palace, she leaves behind a legacy that could change the way we view royalty forever. So, what does this mean for the future of the royal family? Anne's decision to leave has created a ripple effect that will be felt for generations. Her willingness to speak out and take control of her own destiny may inspire others within the monarchy to do the same. Will we see more royals breaking away from their roles, or is Princess Anne's departure a one-time act of defiance? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure. Princess Anne's farewell will go down in history as one of the most surprising and impactful moments in royal history. What this means for the royal family. Princess Anne's departure from Buckingham Palace is not just a personal moment, it's a symbol of a much deeper shift within the royal family. For centuries, the monarchy has been seen as a monolithic institution, with members expected to follow strict protocols and carry out their royal duties with little room for personal choices. But Anne's emotional farewell hints at a broader change that is bubbling beneath the surface. Could her decision to leave represent the first crack in the royal facade, a sign that the royal family is finally confronting the immense pressures of modern life? Anne's farewell is not just about her stepping down from a royal role. It is an invitation to reconsider how the monarchy functions in the 21st century. In an age where personal autonomy and mental health are gaining more recognition, Anne's words suggest that even the royals are not immune to the struggles that many of us face. The world has long admired the royal family for its strength, poise, and tradition. But Anne's departure reminds us that even they have their limits. Could this be the first step in a larger evolution of the monarchy? A shift where individual needs are placed alongside royal duties. What makes Anne's exit so compelling is how it intersects with the struggles that many of the younger royals have been quietly facing in recent years. From Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to step away from royal duties to the increased scrutiny placed on younger generations, there is a growing sense that the monarchy may be on the verge of a major transformation. Anne's farewell has opened the door for future conversations about what it means to be a royal in the modern age. And in doing so, she has set a precedent that may influence how the next generation of royals approach their roles. Despite the shockwave caused by Anne's words, one has to wonder, how much of this is tied to her personal experience, and how much of it reflects a larger desire for change within the royal family? Anne's life has been marked by a deep sense of duty, but her emotional farewell suggests that even she has struggled with the weight of tradition. It's a moment that calls for reflection, not only for Anne, but for all of us as we consider the evolving nature of royalty, leadership, and individual freedom. In the end, Princess Anne's departure isn't just about her leaving Buckingham Palace. It's a symbol of change, a challenge to the status quo, and a call for deeper conversations about how the royal family can adapt to the modern world while still honoring its history. The future of the monarchy is in flux, and Anne's bold decision may have been the catalyst that sparks a much-needed dialogue about the personal lives of royals and their ability to forge their own paths. Princess Anne's emotional farewell to Buckingham Palace has left an indelible mark on the royal family's history. Her decision to step away is a powerful statement that challenges the very foundation of royal life as we know it. But what does it mean for the future of the monarchy? Will other royals follow in her footsteps, or is this a unique moment of defiance that will forever change how we see the family? As the royal world processes Anne's shocking words, one thing is clear: the monarchy will never be the same again. Do you think Princess Anne's decision will inspire other royals to break free from tradition? Or will the royal family close ranks and continue with business as usual? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this explosive look into Princess Anne's life and the royal family's internal struggles, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe for more eye-opening royal revelations. You won't want to miss the next story. We have more shocking updates coming soon.
Can't mimic voices for love or money. I'm completely hopeless at it. I was the only one, so I think she carved her own role.
Queen Camilla's rise to prominence as King Charles III's wife has been one of the most talked-about transformations in modern royal history. Before her marriage to Charles in 2005, Camilla was married to Andrew Parker Bowles, a former member of the British military. Together, they had 2 children, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes. While Tom often draws attention for his culinary career and occasional public appearances, Laura has remained far more private, choosing to stay out of the royal spotlight as much as possible. However, recent revelations by Laura have shocked royal observers and the public alike, as she spoke candidly about her mother's controversial journey to the throne and the impact it had on her personal and professional life. Her story sheds light on the unique struggles she faced as someone pulled into the royal fold without choice, offering an intimate perspective rarely shared by those adjacent to the monarchy. Laura Lopes was born on January 1, 1978, into a world of British upper-class privilege, but far removed from royal traditions. As the daughter of Camilla and Andrew Parker Bowles, Laura grew up in an environment of wealth and status, attending Haywood Preparatory School and later pursuing a degree in the history of art at Oxford Brookes University. During her formative years, Laura lived a relatively normal, albeit privileged life with her brother Tom. However, even during her childhood, the whispers and rumors surrounding her mother's relationship with Charles began to seep into her reality. The media's relentless coverage of Camilla as the other woman in Charles and Diana's marriage created an unwanted shadow over Laura's life. Friends, teachers, and even strangers would make assumptions about her based solely on her mother's public image. For a young girl trying to understand the complexities of relationships and trust, these experiences forced her to mature quickly. Laura has described her formative years as turbulent, marked by a deep tension between her mother's devotion to family and the public perception of her as a villain. The divorce of her parents in 1995, fueled by years of rumors about Camilla's affair with Charles, was another difficult chapter for Laura. Though shielded from the media as much as possible, she couldn't escape the indirect effects of the public scrutiny that engulfed her family. Yet through it all, Laura maintained a strong bond with her mother. She admired Camilla's ability to remain composed and resilient, even when she was one of the most criticized figures in the British press. When Camilla married Charles in 2005, Laura's life changed dramatically. Unlike Prince William and Prince Harry, who were born into royalty and grew up under the spotlight, Laura was thrust into the royal world as an adult. This abrupt transition was far from easy. While her mother embraced her new role as Duchess of Cornwall, Laura found herself struggling to reconcile her private life with the expectations of her new royal connections. Attending public events with her mother and stepfather brought an overwhelming amount of attention she never sought. She often felt out of place, especially during high-profile events where royal protocols clashed with her desire to remain in the background. One of the most fascinating aspects of Laura's story is her relationship with her stepbrothers, Prince William and Prince Harry. Their interactions have been described as polite, but distant. It is no secret that William and Harry have struggled with their father's relationship with Camilla. Both princes have spoken openly about the pain caused by their parents' divorce and Charles's affair, which undoubtedly created a natural barrier between them and Laura. According to reports, heated arguments occasionally broke out between Laura and William in the early years after Camilla and Charles's marriage. William, feeling protective of his late mother, Princess Diana, would sometimes criticize Camilla, blaming her for his mother's unhappiness. Laura, fiercely loyal to her own mother, would push back, arguing that Charles's actions had caused just as much difficulty for her family. These disagreements highlight how both William and Laura coped with the emotional fallout of their parents' past, but from very different perspectives. Despite these tensions, Laura has largely avoided engaging in any public disputes. Unlike Harry, who has been vocal about his grievances with the royal family, Laura has chosen to stay silent, focusing on her own life and career. However, the release of Harry's memoir, Spare, reignited old wounds. In the book, Harry described Queen Camilla as a dangerous figure who prioritized her public image over the well-being of others. While Laura did not directly respond to Harry's claims, reports suggest she was deeply hurt by the accusations. The fallout from the memoir has added another layer of complexity to Laura's relationship with her stepbrothers, making an already fragile dynamic even more strained. Professionally, Laura has built an impressive career as an art gallerist, establishing her independence from the royal family. She worked at prestigious institutions, including the Peggy Guggenheim Collection in Venice, and later co-founded 11 Gallery in London, which focuses on promoting emerging artists. Her work in the art world has allowed her to carve out her own identity, separate from her royal connections. Friends describe Laura as independent, grounded, and uninterested in the trappings of royalty. Even after her mother became queen consort, Laura continued to prioritize her career and family, avoiding the spotlight whenever possible. In her personal life, Laura has also sought stability and privacy. She married Harry Lopes, a former model and chartered accountant, in 2006. Their wedding, held at St. Cyriac's Church in Wiltshire, was attended by members of both the Parker Bowles and royal families. Laura's choice of Anna Valentine to design her wedding dress, a nod to the same designer who created Camilla's bridal gown for her marriage to Charles, highlighted her quiet connection to her mother. Together, Laura and Harry have 3 children, Eliza, and twin boys Gus and Louis. Laura has been fiercely protective of her children, determined to give them as normal an upbringing as possible. While Eliza briefly entered the public eye as a bridesmaid at Prince William and Kate Middleton's wedding in 2011, Laura has largely kept her family away from royal events. Her focus has been on creating a grounded and private life for her children, free from the pressures of their royal connections. Despite her efforts to remain private, Laura's ties to the royal family inevitably draw her into the public eye from time to time. She has attended significant events, including the coronation of King Charles III and Queen Camilla in 2023, where her twin sons served as pages of honor. The boys' participation was a poignant moment, symbolizing the blending of Camilla's old and new family. Yet, even on such occasions, Laura's discomfort with public attention is apparent. Insiders note that while she fulfills her duties gracefully, she often remains on the periphery, avoiding unnecessary interactions with key royal figures. Laura's relationship with her mother is one of the most compelling aspects of her story. While she deeply admires Camilla's resilience and ability to overcome public criticism, Laura has also acknowledged the challenges their family faced as a result of Camilla's role in Charles's life. Camilla's decision to fully embrace her royal duties created a sense of distance between mother and daughter, depriving them of the simpler, more private moments they once shared. Yet, through it all, their bond remains strong. Laura has been described as one of Camilla's closest confidants, a voice of reason and support during difficult times. Royal insiders even claim that Laura is the only person Camilla truly fears, highlighting the depth of their relationship and the mutual respect they share. The media's relentless focus on Laura has been a source of frustration for her. Every significant event in her life, from her marriage to the births of her children, has been closely scrutinized by the British press. Laura has expressed frustration that her achievements are often overshadowed by her mother's history and the controversies surrounding the royal family. She has worked tirelessly to build a life defined by her own merits, but her connection to Queen Camilla and King Charles III continues to complicate her efforts to remain private. Adding to her challenges, Laura's professional ventures have not always been smooth. Her fashion boutique, Mojo & McCoy, which she co-founded with friends, recently closed after facing difficulties in the retail industry. The boutique, located in Hungerford, was initially seen as a promising business, stocking high-end brands and catering to the affluent local community. However, despite Laura's best efforts, the store struggled to stay afloat. Reports suggest that Laura may seek advice from King Charles before embarking on a new business venture, as she has been impressed by his ability to navigate tough situations. This acknowledgement of Charles's guidance highlights the evolving dynamic between Laura and her stepfather, as well as her willingness to lean on him for support when needed. Laura's future remains a subject of speculation. While rumors occasionally surface about the possibility of her and her brother Tom receiving royal titles, both have firmly denied such claims. Laura has made it clear that she has no interest in becoming a public figure or taking on formal royal duties. Instead, she continues to focus on her family, her art career, and her desire to lead a life that is as normal and private as possible. Yet, as the daughter of Queen Camilla, Laura's attempts to separate herself from the royal family may never fully succeed. Her presence at key events and her role as a supportive daughter and mother ensure that she will always remain connected to the monarchy in some way.